Hi everyone, it's Rafael Tamayo, manager of the Oak Cliff Cultural Center, a division of the City of Dallas Office of Arts and Culture. We wanted to say hello and we miss you all. We know that these are challenging times, but we also know that our community will bounce back stronger than ever, and we are counting down to that day. In the meantime, while our building is closed to the public, we wanted to share with you a virtual version of one of our longest standing programs, Verse and Rhythm. So if you've never been, you're gonna get a small taste of what that's like. Reminder, please find us and follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Oak Cliff Cultural Center. We're also on Twitter at Oak Cliff Culture. And we're also gonna give you the opportunity tonight to donate directly to the artists that are showcasing their talents. So if you are able to, please be kind, show support and gratitude. Now, normally this is the point in the show where our host asks me to share a few words of a different kind. So without further ado, Rafa is back with all of his pandemonium, virtual verse and rhythm. This is the people's podium. I left lockdown out of my sweats and sandals. Don't be fooled by the blazer, you better talk to him, B. Randall. I whip work with words, it's just little old me. I'm a glass of ice cold water in triple digit heat. And you know how it gets here in the triple D. Reminds you to wash your hands, wear a mask, and give me 6 feet. Know that we miss you, love you, please be safe and thank you. And now on to the show with B. Randall, Brandon Jackson, and Trang Vu.
Hello everyone, welcome again to Verse and Rhythm. I'm your host, B. Randall. I need for you to show some love, some virtual love to Ralph. Don't let the jacket fool you. Tamayo, show him some love, everybody. All right, so thank you again for tuning in for our 9th season of Verse and Rhythm. We got 2 amazing poets that are coming to the mic. The first young lady is from Arlington, Texas. At 9 years old, she started to write. In 2016, she started performing spoken word, and now she is credited as being a videographer, a photographer, and tonight we add to her credit director, as she will be filming tonight's version of Verse and Rhythm. Please show us some love. Trang Vu.
Picture me laying in a yellow striped sundress with you in your white tee underneath the sunset, sipping on tequila with a little bit of sun-kissed, orange-toned skin, we're just a little bit sun-kissed. Watching the sweat drip as you start to get undressed, I get on my knees to give you a tongue test, and I can feel your body get harder with unrest. After we're done, we wait for the moon to show us her ways while we soak up the sun and his summer sun rays. Got nothing to do on a hot summer Sunday but hang out with you watching the ocean run waves. The stars show up and form a celestial maze, so I connect the dots to draw out your face. I'm collecting these hearts so I can make pace and make peace with my shadows beneath the moon's grace. Did you know that you and I are infinite beings, born from stardust and beautiful lost dreams, manifested into bodies with all but our wings to traverse the earth for some special meaning, to keep us going, to keep us breathing. We have galaxies within ourselves, filled with stars and planets made of red and white blood cells. I like to think that if there's a heaven or hell, we'll still find each other outside of our star shells, because our souls would surpass every dimension, and I know your soul can feel what I'm sensing. If memories and meant-to-bes could hold less tension, you'd easily see the signals I'm sending. From the other side in another lifetime, I'm waiting for you to send me your lifeline. So picture me standing, spotlight on stage. I'm performing my poems in black leather and lace, and you in the crowd, holding your sax and your bass. Cheap liquor and cherry is all I can taste. Bright lights and outlines, but I still see your face. And I can sense your soul, the one that I crave. The earth here is dying. There's no time to waste. This is true love in a hopeless place. Maybe next lifetime we'll be blessed with more days, unless this world is the one that we save. We Americanize our accents so y'all can understand us, only to be painted in one shade of yellow, but you like our customs and our manners, so you pick and choose what you want us to be. Like me in a one-piece kimono when I'm not Japanese. You wear our culture like a coat around your appropriating bodies. You wear our women like a bracelet around your arms to fulfill some fantasy. You stretch your eyes and talk that ching chong chang. Well, let me tell you the difference between Chang and Trang. I allow you to call me by my American name because your tongue is unable to sound out accents in mine. Em là dễ thương và em là divine. Người Mỹ trắng là có nhiều người xấu. Trying to tell me about my culture like they think I don't know. You call us Chinks, Japs, Oriental, Viet Cong, and don't understand why your ancestors' phrases are wrong. I'm shaking my head because y'all really don't get it. It's 2020. Y'all gotta do better than telling me that it's all the same when I correct you. Sir, I'm not Chinese, I'm Vietnamese. And that's cool that you've been to my country, but please, that doesn't give us some sort of connection when we know who y'all voted for in the 2016 election. This is for all you men who look at me as a fetish piece, a fantasy, only because I'm Asian. I am not what you think I am, and my culture is not to be mistaken for some medial projection of y'all's yellow fever and me love you long time anime-induced erections. I am not your waifu. I am not your geisha. I am not your China doll, and I am not your mail order bride. And for those of y'all who think I don't rep my culture enough, this right here is my Asian pride. Thank you.
Wow, give it up again for Trang Vu. Was your mind not blown? Okay, so I'm excited. We're building momentum. Got this thing. We're gonna keep this thing going, okay? So the next poet is a favorite here, actually, at Verse and Rhythm. Brandon L. Jackson. He is a spoken word poet and author of 4 collections, most notably The Parts That Medicine Cannot Reach, volumes 1 and 2. This young man has been writing since age 13, and so we welcome him to the mic. I need you to get ready, show him some virtual love. Brandon L. Jackson!
Media diet. The world's bullshit is never too big to fit on our bright screens. We sit on our couches accepting spoon-fed deception, eyes so bloated with negative images that we gain pounds, lose gallons of inspiration, saturated with disappointment, so we stop exercising our faith in anything. Can't run the gravity off when anger and high blood pressure follow hashtags and black bodies dragged through systems seeking to eat us alive. Men greasy with ignorance and sugar-coated racism, as the killing of trans women is always on the menu. People stay obese with Facebook opinions and heavy-handed confusion, reusing the same template of treating humans like tainted meat. But today, please don't bring me any more bad news. I can't deal with more mourning in the mornings where the leftovers of war still sit on the plate before us. The hearts of our children are in need of safer living, a mentally healthier meaning that doesn't always appear tragic. Sometimes we must disconnect. Sometimes we must disconnect from a culture so used to stirring up fear for ratings. We must reconnect to saving lives placed here for reasons defined and undefined. We must fast and pray from the toxic rhetoric, meditate daily so the anxiety does not suffocate our hope. We must cry out, scream out, sweat out all the darkness to convince the world we are not scraps tossed away. We are the weight trainers doing the heavy lifting, feeding light to the shadows so future heroes can breathe a bit easier. Where do they make dreamers like you, who stay true to the art of life despite the bills overdue, defiant to all they say is certain, but soft with your belief that all things are possible, lost in the remnants of vision you dreamed up last night that shines from your hair follicles? Where do they make dreamers like you, too rooted to break a shed, so you left fear for dead, but still beautifully wrote its eulogy? Womb full of regret and mistakes, but still gave birth to love songs planted in tragedy. Strong roots, where do you stand in springtime? Strange fruit, they hang and bury you in the meantime, because this was never supposed to be your season. As our blood blankets the streets and poisons the ground with reasons they say you shouldn't be dreaming, and a faith that people feel is just a waste to keep around. Where do they plant seeds like you? Because it makes no sense to them for you to choose to put food for thought on pages during hard days when it's empty in your kitchen, starving for something different. For you to mention pain that only peels into laughter that heals, as if there was nothing left to cry over. I've tried my best to find snow angels in my winters, but after I was close to giving up, choked by all the ropes and linings where I couldn't see the silver, after my soul looked back and wondered how on earth I made it over, I woke up floating on a cloud, sent from one dreamer to another, sitting beside forefathers with fire tongues and skin the color of soil, tangled in love that saves, and mothers who prayed, who gave the sun to their sons when all the money went away. See, dreamers like we are made from everything torn down and ripped apart. When it was hard to believe in something, with so many weeds in the mind and a desert in your heart, but somehow smiling like this, after crying like I did, sweetly nourishes the thirst, the hunger, the need, and growing good fruit to feed the souls of many, especially in dark times like this. So where do they make dreamers like us, you ask? Well, if you trust in the answers you can only physically see, then you probably wouldn't even believe a little old dreamer like me.
Mind blown. Wow, show him some love again, y'all. Brandon L. Jackson, let's get some virtual snaps out there for him. I am so excited that you all tuned in to celebrate with us, to join us for Verse and Rhythm. Of course, it is our 9th season, so it's our 9th anniversary and our 9th year for doing this show. So please show them some love again. Ralph, don't let the jacket fool you. Tamayo, Brandon L. Jackson, and Trang Vu. We hope that you stay tuned for our next season and our next Verse and Rhythm.